Greetings, good people. Happy Friday. Welcome back to the channel. It's Friday, December the 10th. The year is 2021. And hopefully everybody had a good work week, okay? All right, so today's hot topics is going to be very interesting. They done found Jussie guilty on 5 of the 6 charges. I'm going to touch on that. Don Lemon, are they still friends? Don Lemon said that Jussie is a liar, okay? DJ Academics. Livingston, as I like to call him. You guys know that he's a media personality. He was trending because he got into an argument with a woman and he said some disparaging things, and the woman chose to defend herself. And I'm going to talk about these men who have all of this, huffing and puffing for a woman, but don't have any energy for men. All right. We got a couple of other hot topics sprinkled in between, but please, as you're coming in, pay your admission fee, hit that like button, sound off in the comments. Shout out to everybody who has been commenting. Some people's comments I see on the back end are getting deleted by YouTube, not by me. So they have like a Google moderator. So if you say something that the algorithm deems offensive or spammy, it will delete your comments. So it's not me. But shout out to those of you who've been sharing your thoughts. All right, so let's get into some politics, some news. This is according to the Insider. So First Lady Jill Biden dismisses questions about the president's mental fitness as ridiculous. Now, if you've been paying attention to Robinette doesn't seem like a human being anymore. I think that Robinette is a robot. And a lot of people have been questioning his mental aptitude or lack thereof because of his age. And they also feel that his health is not optimal. And, they're keeping things from the public. So First Lady Jill Biden, she said that questions about President Joe Biden's mental fitness are ridiculous. The comments came in an upcoming interview with CBS Sunday Morning. So a recent poll found that 48% of Americans disagree that Biden is mentally fit. Okay. She also goes on to talking about how he works 24 hours a day. She goes on to talking about how she herself was not prepared for the rigorous role of First Lady. Okay. Now, the interesting part of this is that 48% of Americans do not feel that Joe Biden is mentally fit. And I think 46% said that he was. Now, listen, the last time that the American citizens told y'all that a president wasn't mentally fit, you ain't listen. And look what ended up happening. I'm referring to Cheeto 45. Do I think that Joe Biden is mentally fit? I don't know, but I do have some concerns. Okay. Also, what else was in this article that was interesting? I'm trying not to bore you guys. Oh, they also said that Biden is the oldest person to become president, He turned 79 on November 20th. The day before his birthday, he underwent a routine physical examination with his doctor, saying that he's in good health and fit for office, right? Yeah, that's what they all say. They're all going to say, yes, they're in optimal health. The last time Joe Biden was seen, or the last time I seen and heard him, he said that his grandson had a cold. That man sounded like a damn robot. His voice was so crazy. So you guys let me know, especially those who voted for Joe Biden. Do you think that he is mentally fit? And at this point, if he's not, what the heck are we can't do nothing about it anyway. It's too late. Ain't no turning back now. All right, let's shift gears. Speaking of clownery, so this is according to, who is this? Hot New Hip Hop, right? So an Instagram model allegedly pulls out a thing on DJ Academics after calling him obese. Okay, I can't play this. I'm gonna tell you why I can't play this. Right, so there's a podcast on YouTube. That's Fresh and Fit podcast. I can't play the video because apparently what they're doing is they're going around falsely flagging other channels that's playing their content. They actually are in a back and forth with another YouTube channel, and they call them out basically, and YouTube is on Fresh and Fit's ass. Okay, they're going around falsely flagging people's channels for playing their content, even though it is fair use, yada yada. So I'm not playing it. Okay, so there was some drama. I'm going to read this. There was some drama on a recent episode of the Fresh and Fit podcast with special guests DJ Academics and a dozen Instagram models. One of the women on the panel was a single mother named Whitney LaDawn, who claimed during the podcast to be a child of God. So her mention of religion through Livingston, his name is Livingston, I'm not calling him DJ Academics, get mad about it. Her mention of religion threw Livingston off, who proceeded to ask her if she had her child out of wedlock, which she confirmed. I just want to know if God would approve. This is what Livingston asked. You want to talk about my sins? Let's talk about yours. Obesity. Okay. This is what Sister LaDawn said after being asked to leave from the host. She also called out the media personality about his love for brown liquor. Okay. It goes down when you're ingesting the brown. She stayed on the show for another 10 minutes yelling at the host, who tried to argue that she was being rude for continually interjecting when she was simply invited to be a guest. About 5 minutes through the dramatic unfolding, Livingston said that if he was offended by anything, LaDawn told him he would get one of his homegirls to beat the brakes off her head. So in other words, this is what happened. Because if you guys watch DJ Academics, you know that he's real hype. DJ Academics he really out here looking bad. Okay. He's not about that life, quote unquote, if you know what I mean. He's had beef with a lot of people. A lot of people have called him out, I should say. Let me not say have beef. And they've called him out to his face, men. And he didn't have all of this hype and energy. You could blame whatever you want on brown liquor, okay? Your choice to consume brown liquor. I don't care, okay? So he basically told her to get out of here, go home to her niglet. He talked about her kid. She was yelling and defending herself. And then she was, asked to leave. And after yelling and making her point, like, she got her bag and you can see her reaching in her bag. Now, I didn't see anything pulled out. However, there was a clip where someone from behind the camera was telling everyone to move to the left. DJ Academics went onto his social media to try to explain or, give some sort of reasoning for what happened. Of course, he didn't take responsibility for anything. I feel like any woman who feels threatened by anyone, especially a man, has the right to defend themselves. I think that this took place in Florida, which is an open carry state. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But we have seen instances of men getting very aggressive with women, and it didn't end up in the woman's favor because she didn't have any means to protect herself and she was at a disadvantage. Well, Sister LaDawn said, not today. Here's the thing with DJ Academics. I didn't even want to talk about this because who takes this guy seriously? But this is a serious situation. I don't care if you're drunk off of holy water or Hennessy. I really don't care. When you say something like, oh yeah, I'm going to beat your bleep, or I'm going to do this to you, and you jumping up to the point where other boys are holding you back, and you have all this energy for a woman everybody has the right to protect themselves. If they feel threatened, yes, they can leave, but they can also let it be known, like, look, you ain't going to do nothing to me because I have a way to defend myself. So if she did pull that hammer out, or she let it be known that she got the hammer in her pocketbook, I'm not mad at her. DJ Livingston is a little boy playing big, trying to play like he's a big man. This is not a representation of a man whatsoever. I don't care what ethnicity, I don't care what background Sister LaDawn is. She is a woman, okay? And I want to know, when them dudes from Chirac was on your head top act, why you didn't have all this energy for all these dudes that was calling you out about your coverage in Chirac? Huh? Let's move it along. I don't have any more time for Livingston. You always want to argue with women. You tried to argue with Nicki Minaj. You was reading text messages that Nicki Minaj was threatening you and things. Just stay in your lane, okay? Because this could end up very bad for you, Livingston. Okay, you really wanna get injured over some podcast stuff? Stay in your lane. I don't have any respect for him. Anyway, let me tell you who I do have respect for. Floyd Mayweather. I know you may be wondering, what? Floyd Mayweather? Well, he appeared on Drink Champs with his son. And was it Drink Champs that he was on? Yeah, he was on Drink Champs with his son. And Nori made a comment that Nori may think is innocent, but Floyd Mayweather checked him like a man. There was no ego involved, only education. So this is courtesy of Glock Topics on Instagram. Let's take a look and a listen. Like to hear it? Here you go.
Twitter, I don't have a Twitter, just Instagram, mainly on there.
Okay, Instagram.
Yeah, he seriously got good hair too. He got good hair.
No, because there's colorism when we say that.
Yeah.
There's colorism. There's colorism when we say that. So because the opposite. See, the thing is this. Even like the thing when they keep on saying Becky with the good hair. So if Becky got the good hair, then what?
Someone's got the bad hair.
Well, who got the bad hair? Because the opposite of good is bad.
Right.
So once again, that's colorism.
I mean, it is true, bro. Like you gotta.
So my thing is this. See, you gotta realize I'm real sharp. I'm real educated on all this stuff. So my thing is this. I like to say that it's different textures, and you got one with coarse, and you may have a person with coarse, and you may have someone with curly.
All right, let's stop there because I don't know if this is I'm gonna have to snip this part out because it's copywritten material. But you guys get the gist of what was said. So he corrected Nori, and I like the way that he corrected Nori. It wasn't any beef. Nori was receptive. Am I surprised that Nori said this? No. Nori is Puerto Rican and black, and he's also married to a woman who was on Love and Hip Hop. Neri, remember her? Well, she was the one who thought that, Sheila should invite all women to her retreat for black women only because Neri is raising a black son, a half black son, and she felt the need to infiltrate on Sheila's, woman retreat. Love and Hip Hop stuff. If you guys watch Love and Hip Hop, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. If not, this will just sound like a bunch of gibberish to you. However, I do respect Floyd Mayweather as a man correcting his fellow brethren. He's right. Let's stop with the good hair, bad hair. It does stem from colorism. Say what you want about Floyd Mayweather, but in this specific instance, I respect the hell out of him. So bravo, Floyd Mayweather, bravo. I'm not surprised that Nori said that, though. I'm not surprised at all. All right, let me tell you what I'm tired of. I'm tired of these holograms, okay? And please make sure you guys are paying your admission fee by hitting the like button. Thank you. Y'all got to stop this. So shout out to the Jasmine brand on Instagram. Michael Jackson will return to the stage as a hologram. Tito Jackson says, I'm so sick of y'all. Y'all did this with Nippy, and now y'all trying to do this with Michael Jackson. I'm not feeling it. They did it with Tupac too, if I'm not mistaken, right? And Left Eye. These holograms and all your obsession with technology used for evil is getting on my nerves. So the Jasmine brand writes, there could be a Jackson 5 concert coming soon to a venue near you. Michael Jackson himself might be returning to the stage soon. Michael Jackson's life will be coming to Broadway in Michael Jackson, the musical, on February 1st, 2022. Now, there have been conversations about an electronic hologram. Y'all bringing Michael Jackson to Broadway. First of all, the glitter socks ain't gonna be the same. So who's supposed to be playing Michael Jackson on Broadway? Tito Jackson, who's 67, revealed that negotiations for a CGI version of Michael to take the stage in Las Vegas have already begun. Really, Tito? Who are you supposed to be now? Joe Jackson Jr.? He also added that if they approved of the technology, the Jackson estate would be open to uncovering some unreleased tracks by Michael. According to Tito, there is still music left to be released because Michael was constantly recording prior to his passing. Of his younger brother's possible return to the stage as a hologram, Tito said, there has been talk of that happening in Las Vegas. It's just a case of getting it down and ensuring the technology is sufficient for what you want to get done. We needed to be able to do the moonwalk. That's it? That's all you need, Tito, is for the hologram to do the moonwalk? This is absolute chaos. The name of Michael Jackson's last documentary and his last hoorah was titled This Is It. And I think Michael meant it. I'm so done with y'all with these holograms. Leave these people alone, Tito. I always knew Tito was a little Joe Jackson Jr. Something about him. All right, let's get serious, kind of, sort of. So the New York Post is reporting that Don Lemon brands his homeboy or his good sus, Jussie Smollett, a liar. Okay, I don't know if I could play this either because this was from I think it was from CNN. Anyway, Don Lemon branded his pal Jussie Smollett a liar just hours after the actor was convicted of staging a hate crime against himself on Thursday. But the CNN host still failed to address his own role in the made-for-TV drama. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, Jussie said that Don Lemon was basically conversing with him, saying like, the Chicago PD ain't buying your story, and he was kind of advising him on what to do. This is according to Jussie. This is what he said on the stand when he testified, okay? So Lemon discussed the Empire star's guilty verdict on his show Thursday night during a brief segment with legal analyst Joey Jackson, okay? The CNN host said Jussie had to make up too many lies in an attempt to explain his false narrative that the two Cheeto 45 people put hands and feet on him and tied something around his neck in Chicago in 2019. Okay, I had to edit that. I guess he got caught up in that because he took the stand himself. He got angry with the prosecutor as the prosecutor poked holes in his story, calling the only other witnesses liars. This is what Don Lemon said. In his these cartoon drawings send me every time. Lemon went on to say Jussie had potentially made it harder for quote unquote legitimate victims of hate crimes to be taken seriously. Now that I agree with. And this cartoon, I can't. All jokes aside, I will say this. If you guys are not aware, they found Jussie guilty of 5 of the 6 charges, right, that he was charged with. And I don't know how I feel about that verdict. I don't know. He's still holding on to the fact that, he didn't lie. This really happened to him, right? But the problem is, it is going to make it harder for people who actually are victims of any sort of crime, especially Black people. It's already hard for us anyway, right, in this country. And it's also going to give, in my opinion, it's also going to give some police officers the green light to be lax with their investigation, because they could just chalk it up to, oh, you're lying, and not do any thorough investigations because they feel like, nah, we don't feel like investigating this. We could just say, oh, well, we found it to be not true. It's a bad situation, lose-lose situation. Okay, so the article continues. His comments came soon after a jury found Jussie guilty of 5 of 6 counts of felony disorderly conduct for filing a false police report. Despite briefly addressing Jussie's lies, Lemon continued to ignore a bombshell part of the actor's testimony that revealed the CNN host had tipped him off that he was being investigated by the police. Jussie told the court during his testimony earlier this week that he first knew that police doubted his version of events after getting a text message from Lemon. Now, is that illegal? It's not like insider trading. So, I mean, I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Lemon has come under fire for his continued silence about his role in the saga, with some drawing comparisons between him and ex-CNN star Chris Cuomo, who was fired last weekend for meddling in his brother, Governor Andrew Cuomo's scandal. Don Lemon must have heard my video the other day, because I said, don't say nothing, Lemon. Don't address it. Don't nod. Don't wink. Don't smile. Don't even tweet a semicolon, question mark, period, nothing. Don't say anything. I think it's best that he says nothing. So during his show segment on Thursday night, Lemon's legal analyst guest called Jussie's testimony devastating for his case. When you look at the case, the verdict, everything else, many people have said that this is a case about credibility, and he said, she said. I disagree. Every case relies upon credibility, but it's also about a narrative that makes sense. Child, these are all the charges that he was found guilty on. And then I said to myself, well, dang, how much time is Jussie facing? They're saying like 3 years and all this other stuff. And I'm like, wow. Well, Jussie, he actually plans to appeal the jury's decision of the 5 out of 6 guilty verdicts. So Jussie said that the verdict is, his defense attorney, lawyer Uchi, said that the verdict is inconsistent. You can't say Jussie is lying and say Jussie is not lying for the same exact incidents. This is what his attorney is saying. This is according to Deadline. We feel 100% confident that this case will be won on appeal. Unfortunately, this is not a route we wanted, but sometimes that's the route you have to take to win. So he's supposed to be sentenced in January, if I'm not mistaken. There's a whole lot going on in January. So this is according to, I don't need to read that. It's pretty much repetitive. And Jussie will likely get less than a year of jail time. This is what legal experts are now saying, okay? So a Cook County Judge, James Lynn Wynn, will likely consider that Jussie lied on the stand and was motivated by self-promotion when delivering a punishment, according to lawyers and a former Illinois judge. If it was me, I would give him a taste of jail time and sentence him to 1,000 hours of community service in a year. This is what a former Illinois judge, David Erickson, told the Post. He can get up to 3 years, but I don't think he'll get that much. If it's jail time, it will be a year or less. Do you guys think that Jussie should go to jail for this? Get down in the comments and share what you think. I don't know how I feel. I just feel that this was a ish show, and there was too many distractions. Jussie was up there playing games. I don't think that Jussie was taking this seriously. So here's my question. So what happens to the Sandario brothers now? If Jussie is found guilty on 5 of the 6 charges, what sort of ramifications do the Sandario brothers face? I don't think I read that in anything, reading through some of these articles. This is interesting. And considering he hasn't had any, he has a pretty clean record. So maybe they'll go easy on him. I do think that maybe he should pay fines. I still feel that the police officers didn't do their job. They didn't investigate thoroughly, and they didn't find the issue. They just said, oh, he was lying. I don't know. Maybe color me crazy. A lot of people think, like, are you serious? Like, this man is absolutely guilty. I guess if the United States legal system says so, right? Because they're always accurate. Moving along. Ladies, Dr. Dre is officially divorced. I thought that this was really corny. Shout out to Wrap Up on Instagram. So the divorce papers obviously are finalized for Dr. Dre. You know that him and his Nicole Young, his ex-wife now, they were going through a nasty divorce, okay? Yikes. I don't think anybody cares, Dr. Dre. You're damaged goods. So, I mean, in my opinion, are you going to actually financially take care of your daughter so she can stop riding around in Ubers and doing Uber Eats for money in this dangerous world? Her being a woman and all, you know? I don't know. Call me judgmental, but congratulations on your divorce. So maybe now you'll have more time to foster a relationship with your daughter. Nicole took him to the cleaners. So I guess they say what goes around comes around. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, now let me tell you, did y'all watch the Kanye West concert? It is the Kanye West concert. It's not Kanye West and Drake. Drake was a special guest. I'm on the East Coast, right? So it was supposed to start at 11 o'clock Eastern time, and it was pushed back because they were on the West Coast. It was pushed back an hour. So it didn't start till midnight and ended at like 3 o'clock, after 3 or something like that. And I stayed up and got my second win. And I was in here going to town. Kanye was in rare form last night. And I woke up tired as HE double hockey sticks this morning. Okay. I'm going to do a separate video on my thoughts on that. But before I go, one last topic, right? I want to talk about Saucy Santana because there is a video going around about Saucy Santana. Well, with Saucy Santana. He did an interview. I don't know who it was. Who did it? This is courtesy of the Neighborhood Talk on Instagram. They posted this. So Saucy Santana says if a female rapped his songs, they would blow up faster than he has being a gay artist. Now, I want to say this. Oftentimes, right? First of all, I love Saucy Santana. I liked Saucy Santana before I guess he became extremely popular. I've reported on him many times when people didn't even care, you know, and I just feel a little over, like a big sister, a little overprotective of him because I feel that he is extremely talented. I think that he should get in his writing bag and start writing for some of these female rappers. He could even write for some of the upcoming male rappers as well. And that's where your long money is going to come from. But I can understand he's young and he wants to get in, he wants to break into mainstream, and he wants to get a record deal. Personally, I don't think Saucy Santana needs to be signed with a big label, and I want him to continue to stay independent, but that's not what he wants for himself, and I understand. So let's just take a listen to what Saucy had to say. Like to hear it? Here it go. Oh, nuh-uh. Oh, no, y'all didn't. See, now, why y'all gotta act up? Let's refresh this screen.
The biggest struggle, you say?
Being gay.
Okay. The artistry. What's like the biggest struggle, you say?
Being gay.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Because it's still new to people. So I kind of relate rap to the streets. When I first, you know what I'm saying, started trapping, getting on the block, I had to get respect from them boys. Them boys ain't know me from nowhere. And I'm trapping with a purse, with my nails done, with my makeup done. Like, I'm out here and I'm me. I'ma still be me, but I'm out here. So it's like, you know, the industry still kind of like, what we gonna, you know, what do we do with them? You know, is people gonna like it? Is people gonna fuck with it? And, you know, it's evident that, you know what I'm saying, everybody does Santana, everybody fuck with Santana, but it's just still, you know, we still just in the real world. People still have their limitations. People still have their own, whatever, you know, what they want to get behind. So, it's kind of the only struggle that I really feel like I have, because a lot of my records, if a female had them records, out of here, sign, big deal. Lambos, all that, $1 million house, all that. So it's like, you know, I get it, I see it, but I feel like in the same time, what's gonna be my blessing, because I'm still knocking down doors. I'm still building my accolades and my rap sheet. So when I really sit down at the big table, you can't play with
The artist.
I totally understand. A lot of people say your time is coming, your time is coming. But what if Saucy Santana never gets signed to a big deal? Is that going to make him any less influential? Say what you want. The man has influence. Saucy Santana is influential. And a lot of artists who have big deals and Lambos, they don't have the influence and a hold on a group of people like Saucy Santana does. So what if Saucy Santana never gets to sit at that table and negotiate a bad record deal? Because a lot of people these days, record companies are really hurting because a lot of people don't want to sign deals. And then you get signed to a deal, and then what? You know, we oftentimes hear people like quote positive quotes, you know, everybody doesn't walk the same path, and, you know, God protects us from certain things. And what if Saucy Santana, you supposed to build your own, you know? I can understand, like I said, he's a young artist, and he wants the big checks, I get all of that. But what if you never sign a record deal? Is that going to make you any less of an artist? I guess we just have to wait and see where it goes. I mean, I just really want Saucy Santana to stay independent and continue to carve out his own lane. Because signing to a big record deal, a big record company, I mean, is not always a good thing. Ask a lot of these artists that got shelved. And then they try to change you. They try to make you be something that you're not. Ask a lot of these artists. I don't know. I thought that was really interesting. I understand where he's coming from, and I respect the hunger. But Saucy Santana might want to think about getting in his writing bag, if he isn't already ghostwriting for people. Because they say that he ghostwrites for the City Girls and Carisha. So who knows? But I wish him nothing but the best. He's really a hard worker. I like him. He out here doing his own thing. He don't really care about what anybody else is doing. He's not out here trying to beef with anybody. He got his head on straight, and he's trying to handle his business, and he's doing his thing. And he has a new song out already, and he's a smart artist, because he doesn't when he puts out a single, he doesn't just let it sit there and ride the wave off that. He's constantly putting out music. So he's a smart artist, and I just would hate for him to sign to a big label and they take advantage of that and they water him down and force him to be something that he's not. And then, you know, All right, that's all I got. Ain't got no more, royal family. I want to thank you for joining me today on today's Hot Topics video. So let me know what you think. Do you think that Jussie should do jail time? What do you think about Saucy Santana? Are you a fan of his music? Have you listened to his music? If not, I encourage you to listen to it. If you're a fan of like rap lyrics, don't get fooled by the nails and the... Saucy Santana, in my opinion, is a smart artist and he's a good rapper. In my opinion, I just think people put him in the box of gimmicky and he's just another gay boy. But I really think he's talented. Anyway, Joe Biden, do you think that he is losing his mind and his wife is trying to cover up for him? What do you think about this darn Michael Jackson? Excuse me. What do you think about this Michael Jackson hologram? I'm over it. And Don Lemon, do you think that he will be the next to go? Drop down in the comments and share your thoughts. I hope you have a splendid Friday and an even better weekend, royal family. I love you for watching. I'm signing off. And as always, until next time,